Hey everyone, happy Friday. So I went live every day this week, and today I'm recording a video just because I want to play around with it and see what works best. So I wanted to talk to all of you who are currently going through some kind of a health condition or illness that is keeping you from having the life that you want and from feeling how you want to feel, because I totally know how that feels because I've been there. And it can be so scary, and it can be extremely depressing, and it can be just really heavy. And, um, you know, I was at that point myself. And looking back now, I recognize that there was a shift that needed to happen in order to pull myself out of that. And then, even though I pulled myself out of it, and I'll tell you about how I did it in a moment, but even after I pulled myself out of it, I kept having relapses because it's human nature. It's normal for things to trigger you and create fear inside of you, or feeling like a victim or hopeless. Um, and it's so important to have something that pulls you out of that, because it's too easy to allow ourselves to stay in that low energy vibration of fear and feeling like this is it. Like I could have very easily identified myself with that and said, you know what, they told me there's no cure, and they diagnosed me with this, so that means that this is it, like this is my life, and I'm going to have to do what the things that they say or deal with these medications, and that I'm never going to have the life that I used to have, or the one that I really want. And that thought can be extremely, depressing, feeling hopeless, and just really bringing you down. And I'm here to tell you that that is not the only option. That I believe that we all have the ability to heal ourselves, all of us. And that everything that happens is happening for us in order to force us to go inward. So we have two choices. We can either go inward and stay there and not try to find the gift or the blessing or the lesson in this, and instead just accept it and stay small. Or we can say, no, this isn't me, I'm not going to accept this. And then say, well, what if there's a lesson to be learned? What if there's a reason this is happening to me, and that I need to find the reason in order to overcome it? And what if the reason is in order to force you to wake up from the program that we all are accustomed to living in? Because that's exactly what it is we are all living in a program that our mind has created ever since we were born. Even a month before we were born, we started absorbing all the information that we heard around us, that we sensed, and then once we were born, they say up until 7 is when we just keep absorbing. And that's how we really become who we become, because we take away messages and meanings from all the people around us, from the things that have been said to us, from our experiences, and the way we interpret everything that has happened to us. We have formulated a meaning of what that means. Now, of course, it's very subjective. It could have meant something completely different, but whatever it was that we decided it meant, then we take that with us and we make all of our decisions in life because of it. So, for instance, I'll give you an example. When I was growing up, I went to Hebrew school, and I was always in a class in Hebrew school that was there were two classes in each level in my Hebrew school. And one of the levels was one where there were boys and girls, and the kids generally did well in Hebrew school. And then the other class, the kids didn't really put forth an effort and didn't do very well. And there was only one girl in that class, and you're looking at her, it was me. And for all those years that I went to Hebrew school from first grade through seventh grade, I was the only girl in my class. And the boys weren't very friendly. They didn't include me or try to talk to me at all. So I always felt very excluded. And it was because I really didn't put forth an effort into Hebrew school at all. I never did the homework or anything. And my parents, I guess, weren't following up with me about it. And I was just like the whole time, I just didn't put forth the effort, which, that obviously is something that I own. But at the same time, I was in that situation where I felt like an outcast. And that made me feel like I was less than. That's the meaning that I took from that experience, that I was less than, that I wasn't good enough to be in the other class. And, I felt like I was not someone that fit in with the rest of them because I was always by myself. And so I wound up making choices in my life with that self image that I thought of myself. And of course, there were other, experiences that I had great friends and really great times, but I still always kept a little bit of that. Like there might be a situation where I would be afraid that, I wouldn't fit in. And so the reason I'm saying this is because we all are running in a program and making choices in our lives based on old messages that may not have ever been true and certainly don't apply anymore. And so when we're running our lives in a program, we're not really being present to our life. We're not really seeing our life today and looking at it as though there are other possibilities. And so I don't want to make this a little too deep, but I would like to just share that maybe this is happening to you in order to get you to wake up and look at yourself in a new light and overcome something about you that you need to overcome, to learn a lesson that needs to be learned and be who you're meant to be. And so if you're even open to this idea and you're wanting to learn more about it, I'm going to be hosting a 5-day challenge in a few weeks. I don't have the details yet, but I also have a community, and the challenge is going to be free, but I also have a community that you're welcome to join now. If you are spiritual minded and you would like to surround yourself with people who also are spiritual minded and want to support each other and connect with each other and just share our light. It's a place to go in the midst of the world today where light is going to be the main focus instead of the negativity and the darkness of the outside world. So if you'd like to be a part of this community, it's called Love, Light, and Connection, and I would love to have you. So I'll just put the link in this under this video, and you can just click on it and request to join. All right, everyone. So I'm enjoying making the videos. If you are enjoying hearing them, I really would love for you to subscribe to my page and to comment below and like it, so I know that you are gaining some value from these, and I'll keep doing them. All right, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday and have a fabulous weekend. Take care.